everyone, and today's video is going to be a little different and a little sad because remember that little egg I found and I tried incubating. Unfortunately, I don't think that this little egg is going to make it, and I think it is not fertile. And even though it's technically already dead, I feel like if it's at peace, no longer one with the earth, it'll finally be at peace. So today I am going to be burying this little tiny egg. I still never really found out what kind of egg this really is, but at this point, I think the best thing possible is to let it go back to the earth, be one with it, and basically just be at rest, even though it's already dead, because Mother Nature gives and she takes. So I'm going to bury him. I've decided I'm going to bury him right under this little tree. It's where the bird feeder is kept and where the birds nest here. And if the little egg is nested here, it will provide nutrients for the tree, which the tree provides a home for the birds. So it's going to be a natural, beautiful cycle of life. Okay, so I'm going to be first digging a little hole right here. This obviously isn't the best choice spot possible, but I feel like it'd be good because it's a place that the birds like to hang out at and basically just nest here and feed at. And I feel like the tree is somewhere peaceful because there's white flowers underneath that are starting to bloom, and I feel like that's kind of a nice spot since I don't have anything very suitable. I might try to look for a white flower, but I'm going to bury the hole fairly deep. So what I'm going to do here is basically just wrap the little egg in the tissue. So it's not an animal, but I just feel kind of terrible and kind of sad that I wasn't able to save this little egg. And I did candle it underneath a flashlight, but there wasn't any life. And I know that the video was only released yesterday about the egg, but it was much earlier. I was just not able to post it because I was too busy caring for for the egg. And please, again, this does not count as the Migratory Bird Treaty Act because the egg was abandoned and it did have a hole in it, meaning it wasn't able to properly survive. And the parents weren't around either, so none of this goes to the act, so please do not report me to any officials. I am not breaking the law, and it is not considered part of it. So I'm going to be placing the little egg into the grave, if that's what you want to call it. And then I'm just going to be filling it up with soil. I'm trying not to show it, but I'm really sad right now. I guess I shouldn't really be sad, but it's just, I feel like that mother who wasn't able to save her child. The egg's kind of something I wish I could save, but Mother Nature does not always give her wills to everything. And I was just grateful that I discovered this little fellow. And The next thing I'm going to do is add a stone. I don't have any fancy stones, but I do have this little stone, and it seems sort of nice. You can see the ants are already starting to make a little home that will help decompose everything. And I'm just going to wedge it right here, kind of like a little grave or marking. And then another little stone on top, just to make it a little bit prettier. Now, there are a few little white flowers that are starting to bloom. I think I'm going to pick a really pretty one. This one is the prettiest flower. I'm going to pick it and then sort of place it on top. Sorry, the quality of the video is really bad. I couldn't get my good camera. Okay, while foraging around, I did find some beautiful irises that are going to make some beautiful addition. Even though they're not white, I think this could use a little more. And I'm just really devastated right now. And I think this really symbolizes its final goodbye to it, and I'm just really glad I was able to see this. I know Mother Nature cannot always spare these little creatures, but I'm just so grateful I got to meet this little egg, even though it wasn't alive. I'm just so glad I was able to meet this little guy and basically sort of say hello to it before, you know, they finally just let go. And I think that this will be a good resting place, a final resting place for him. Now, this was definitely not the funnest to film. I did not show this on camera, but I am very sad right now. I did hide my emotions a little before I started filming again. It took me a long time before I could record this, and realizing this bird is not going to make it, and I don't want it to suffer in the little tight egg space anymore, and I want it to return to the earth. Like, it has a little soul, but it's just not free. And I think the bird really deserves a good rest forever in the earth. If the birds do decide to lay more eggs here, then I will leave them in peace. But if they're not viable, or they look like they're damaged or starting to die, then I might help. I honestly don't want to be breaking any rules whatsoever, but I just don't want anything to die. It's just something that doesn't make me feel good, and it feels like it was my fault because I didn't protect them, which obviously isn't me, but I just feel sorry for them. If any of you have lost a pet recently, or any family member, I'm sorry. It hurts really mentally and physically, I guess. I hope you'll be able to get through the pain of losing someone, and maybe not replace, but one day find someone to help you get over with it. And yeah, I hope that you had a lot of time to bond with your person or animal or whatever you had or lost. And I hope one day you'll be able to bring a new friend into your heart as well and keep the old one. And I hope that I hope that your heart will heal over time.